Hey everyone! Welcome back to Curious Mind, the podcast that dives into the strange, the surprising, and the just plain weird things you never knew you needed to know. I'm Natalie.
And I'm Jacob. And today, oh man, we've got something fun for you. You know how most laws make sense, right? Like, don't steal, don't murder, don't set your neighbor's shed on fire.
Classic, good advice. But what if I told you there are laws out there that make you go, wait, what? Like laws that were probably written with good intentions, but now just sound ridiculous.
Or, and I love this, laws that still technically exist even though nobody enforces them anymore. They're like legal leftovers. Forgotten, ignored, but still sitting there in the fridge of society.
That's poetic. So today we're taking you on a global tour of some of the weirdest laws out there. We'll talk about them, joke about them, wonder why they ever existed, and maybe, just maybe, learn something about how cultures evolve.
Let's kick off with a gem from Washington State. In Wilbur, it's illegal to ride an ugly horse.
What does that even mean? Who decides if a horse is ugly? Is there a committee?
Maybe it's a matter of public opinion, like a small-town talent show, but for horses.
It must have been a serious issue once. Maybe someone rode a horse so hideous it traumatized the townspeople. Children cried. Horses felt insulted.
Or maybe the horse had a bad mane day. I wonder if this law is still on the books.
From what I found, it technically is, but definitely not enforced. So ugly horses can breathe easy now. Next up, Barber, North Carolina. And this one's delightfully ridiculous. It's actually against the law for cats and dogs to fight.
Okay, but seriously, how do you even enforce that? Like, do the police have a special animal unit? Break it up, step away from the furball.
Right. I'm picturing two tiny officers chasing a tabby and a chihuahua around a backyard with little whistles.
Or the owner gets fined. Sir, this is your third offense this month. Mr. Whiskers needs to go to anger management.
Honestly, it makes me wonder how many cat-dog brawls were happening in Barber for this to be legislated.
It had to be a thing. Like, maybe the mayor's poodle had a long-standing feud with the neighbor's tomcat.
I also wonder if it's just symbolic, like a wishful law. In this town, we believe in peace between species.
A noble goal. Meanwhile, my aunt's cats can't even get along with each other. Alright, let's take a plane to the UK for this gem. Believe it or not, it is, or was, illegal to die in Parliament.
Yes, because dying is clearly intentional. Excuse me, I need to pass away, but let me find a legally approved location first.
Not here, sir. You'll cause too much paperwork.
I did a little digging on this one. The reason they say it existed was because Parliament is technically a royal palace. So if you die there, you're entitled to a state funeral.
That's wild. So rather than foot the royal bill, they just made dying illegal?
Exactly. Like, how do you even punish that? You've died unlawfully. We'll see you in court, in the afterlife.
You can imagine a member of Parliament looking pale and someone yelling, "Get him out before he keels over."
Sir, kindly take your last breath outside the chamber, please. It's protocol. This one is oddly specific: Quebec, Canada. For years, it was required by law that margarine had to be a different color than butter.
That's true. And it actually started because of a rivalry between margarine makers and dairy farmers. The dairy industry was terrified margarine would replace good old-fashioned butter.
So they literally made margarine pink. Or sometimes white or yellow, but like off yellow.
Imagine waking up in the morning and seeing bright pink margarine spread across your toast. That's not breakfast. That's a warning.
It's like your food is saying, "Eat me if you dare."
The dairy lobby meant business. They didn't want anyone mistaking a budget spread for the real golden stuff.
Even now, some places still have guidelines, though thankfully, your margarine doesn't have to look like lipstick anymore.
All right, moving to France now, and get ready. This one creeped me out. It's illegal to sell dolls that don't have human faces.
So no aliens, no zombies, no faceless plush toys, only dolls that resemble actual humans?
Apparently, yes. I think the idea was to avoid scaring children. But personally, I find some of those hyper-realistic dolls even more disturbing.
Same. Give me a friendly purple blob with googly eyes any day. Those real baby dolls with glassy eyes? Nightmare fuel.
You walk past one and think, did it just blink? It's like being in a horror movie.
And think about what this means for toy makers. You can't have fantasy creatures or creative designs if they don't have a humanoid face.
Right! No robots with screens, no marshmallow guys. Just more plastic babies staring into your soul.
To be fair, most stores get around it by sticking to traditional designs. But it still feels creatively limiting. All right, let's talk Switzerland. Beautiful, peaceful, clean, and strict. In shared apartment buildings, it's illegal to flush your toilet after 10 p.m.
Because the sound is considered a noise disturbance. I mean, Switzerland does love its quiet.
They take silence seriously. But I have to ask, what are people supposed to do if nature calls?
Strategic timing? Or maybe ninja-level stealth flushing.
You press the handle like you're defusing a bomb. One wrong move, and the whole building wakes up.
I read that some places are moving away from this rule. But older leases and building codes still have it written in.
Honestly, it's kind of a genius way to keep apartment neighbors polite. But I'd be terrified to have a stomach bug in Zurich.
Next stop, Japan. In 2008, they passed what's now called the Metabo Law. It sets official waistline limits for adults.
That's right. Men can't have waists over 85 centimeters, and women, 90. And the kicker? Employers are responsible for keeping track.
Companies actually measure employees annually, and if too many people are over, the company can get penalized.
It's meant to fight metabolic syndrome, which is a legit health concern. But it sounds like a sci-fi dystopia. Report to Measurement Station Alpha.
It's also the only law I've ever seen that makes your pants size a legal matter.
Honestly, I see the good intentions behind it, promoting wellness and reducing healthcare costs. But I can imagine it feels invasive for some.
Imagine your boss pulling you aside like, "We need to talk about your waistline."
No thanks. That's HR's worst nightmare. Back to the US, specifically Alabama, where it's illegal to carry a comb in your back pocket.
Wait, what? I feel personally attacked. I always have one in case I need to fix my hair on the go.
Yeah, well, in Alabama, back in the 1950s, that was apparently a gang symbol. Think greasers, pompadours, leather jackets.
So, kind of like West Side Story, but in humid southern heat?
Exactly. The authorities saw combs as identifiers for troublemakers. If you had one sticking out of your pocket, it wasn't just about vanity, it was code.
Can you imagine getting pulled over? "Sir, please step out of the car and drop the comb."
These days, no one enforces it, but technically, still illegal. So keep those pockets clean, Jacob.
Now let's head to Australia. Victoria, specifically, where, for a long time, it was illegal to change your own light bulb unless you were a licensed electrician.
That sounds like a prank, like you're standing on a chair, bulb in hand, and suddenly the cops burst in yelling, "Put it down! Back away from the lamp!"
It was real! The idea was to protect people from electrical accidents. But honestly, changing a light bulb? That's DIY level 1.
Imagine having to book an electrician every time your hallway light goes out. "Hi, yeah, it's out again. Please bring a ladder and a badge."
The law's been relaxed now. Homeowners can change bulbs again. But there was a time when doing it yourself was technically criminal.
Good thing, too. Or I'd be a repeat offender every month. Next up, Atlanta, Georgia, where, believe it or not, it's illegal to tie your giraffe to a street lamp.
Okay. That raises at least 10 questions. First of all, who owns a giraffe in Atlanta?
Right? And how many times did this happen before someone thought, we need a law?
Was there a rogue zookeeper just parking giraffes downtown like bikes?
Some say it had to do with exotic animal laws, or maybe a parade float situation gone wrong. But it's on the books.
So, if you do have a giraffe in Atlanta, please use a designated giraffe parking area. Or maybe tie it to a tree?
Just not a street lamp. That's strictly forbidden. Because, traffic hazards.
Nevada said, "Hold my beer. It's illegal to ride a camel on the highway."
Camels. On the highway.
This dates back to the 1800s when camels were actually used for transportation across deserts. The U.S. Army even had a camel corps.
It makes sense in the Wild West context. But I love the idea that at some point, traffic got so bad that someone said, "Nope, no more camels."
Too many humps in the fast lane.
You don't want to be doing 70 on I-15 and suddenly get cut off by Clyde the camel.
Even today, the law still exists, just in case someone tries to bring camel travel back.
If you're a musician in Utah, listen up. It's illegal to carry your violin in public without a case.
So you can't just stroll down the street holding it like a loaf of bread?
Apparently not. No violin flashing allowed.
I wonder what the concern was. Damage to the instrument? Rogue fiddle playing?
Could be noise control, or just proper etiquette from the 1800s. We're a respectable town, and we cover our strings here.
Honestly, I support it. Violin cases are like fashion statements now. Get yourself one in velvet or flames.
Just don't go rogue with raw violin. You might get fined, or just frowned at very sternly.
Let's take a trip to Denmark, where it's illegal to start your car if someone is underneath it.
Wait, do we need a law for this?
Apparently, yes. It's about enforcing safe behavior, especially during car repairs or street work.
It makes sense. But the image is kind of darkly funny. Like someone under the car yelling, "Don't start it. I'm still here."
Or a lawmaker going, "This keeps happening. Write it down."
So Denmark's law basically says, use your brain and don't turn your car into a pancake maker.
Good advice globally, honestly.
Back to the UK for one of my personal favorites. It's illegal to handle salmon in suspicious circumstances.
What does that even mean? Is there a non-suspicious way to handle salmon?
Like, "Hello, officer. I'm just responsibly transporting this fish to my dinner plate."
It originally came from anti-poaching laws. The idea was to prevent people from smuggling or illegally trading fish.
But now, it just sounds like something out of a Monty Python sketch. Is this fish behaving strangely?
Just remember, if you're handling a salmon in public, make it look casual. And finally, it's from the past. In some towns in 19th century England, it was illegal to walk your cow down the street after 1 p.m. on Sundays.
Sundays only, after lunch. No cows allowed.
They really said, take Bessie for a stroll before noon or not at all.
Probably to keep streets clear during church services or to reduce mess before dinner.
Or maybe one cow ruined it for everyone. Mildred, your cow walked past the vicar again.
It's more urban legend now, but it's been quoted so many times it might as well be real.
Just remember, cows are morning walkers, not afternoon strollers. At least in 1800s England.
That's it for today's deep dive into the bizarre legal world. If you've got a favorite strange law from your country, write it in the comments.
Thanks for joining us on Curious Mind. Remember, don't tie up your giraffe, don't walk your cow after lunch, and never, ever handle salmon suspiciously.
We'll see you next time.